Mm-hmm. 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 Hi.
Just lovely.
We're back at it again.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's good around here.
I'm very happy.
Bond with her. So this is Briar Haven. There are so many foods here which I've not seen in Ireland. Yeah, continue, yeah. This bone-in meat, it's used as a ritual offering, yes? Has the heart been left out to dry somewhere? Miss, I must ask you to refrain from making such unsavory quibbles about our products.
Pardon me.
I apologize. I didn't intend for that to... The last thing I need is my customers thinking about... The last thing I need my customers thinking about is rituals and organs. Here's exactly why nobody cares for you, most starry. Hi, Alana. I'm getting your loaf. I like that. I like it. Well, now I am regretful. Regretful. I was rude to the shopkeeper, even if it was just because of my excitement at seeing such interesting wares.
Hey.
You shouldn't worry about it
Is
too
it
much.
true?
I've heard there are all sorts of different people in the city, and that makes it dangerous. But being pagan, I suppose I'm the most different. A frightening prospect. Hell yeah, you must.
Whew.
But there are so many kind people too. Why, at the other place we visited, someone even offered me a special deal on a pail which pours good fortune. Oh, Yufa. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm still dying. I don't think I could leave you to your own devices just yet. Hi, Chad. Getting yourself a loaf, I love it.
That is...
Huh. Juna said the same thing. You and she do see eye to eye on much, don't you, Valen? She was probing. Everything in town is so different from my own. It's a bit overwhelming, but also such a thrill. The clothes, the food, even the plants are completely foreign to me. And though we are not far from the island, there's this exotic smell in the air. You smell that? What is it? There's a tinge of sweetness. It makes me nostalgic. I don't notice anything. It's so rich. There's a complexity to it. It kind of tickles the nose. Shall we try to follow the source? Okay. Mwah.
This is the place.
She's so adorable. What the fuck? Here we are. It's not very strong, but there is a complex smell. This is a Santa's church, isn't it? Maybe they use perfume in some sort of ceremony? Are you here to pray? Oh, sorry, but no. Do you have some business here at the church?
Actually,
We were just curious about the smell. I see that young lady here is a Mustari.
Actually,
But pleased to meet you. My name is Yufa. This is Valen. Is it alright for me to make introductions? Are you perhaps the one I've heard about? The one who's been stirring up a ruckus? Ah, never mind. I shan't pry. I am Hyperic. It's like Eric, but Hyperic. If you've an interest in Santism, I would love to talk further with you. But I'm afraid I haven't the time to do so today. I was just about to escort Ovi here, this child, on her way home. I was just praying with Mr. Hyper Eric, and visiting Mama in the sick room. In the sick room? Her mother is very ill. She's currently being cared for at this church. I apologize for leaving so soon, after you've traveled so far. I hope you will visit again whenever you wish. I'll be waiting. Oh, sure. Until next time. Bye-bye, Yufa and Valen. See you later. Close your A. Hyper Eric, yeah. Bloody shit. I wasn't intending to visit the church, but I'm glad that I got to speak with a follower of Sanctism. I wouldn't mind learning more about Sanctus in general. I'm curious about the differences between them and us, the Mustari, I mean.
well, now,
Would you mind maybe visiting this place again with me? I admit I prefer not to go inside alone.
sure.
Of course I'll come with you.
thank you greatly.
Thank you so much. But I'm warning you, I'm going to chant your name while I sleep so that you don't forget this promise. She gonna chant his name while she sleeps. Okay. Sleeping. Probably not. I'm glad I invited you out. The outside world isn't as harsh toward pagans as I thought it would be. I can sense gratitude and a hint of relief on Yufa's smiling face.
It's strange. Until recently, I lived with such fear.
Yes! I hate anxiety. But there's something a little off about this church. I might just be imagining things. Oh, I'm sorry. It's gotten quite late. We should start heading back. Close your eye. Close your eye. Close your eye.
What's up, Dal? Something on your mind?
That's nothing, just thinking.
Oh no. You're not still feeling unwell, are you?
It's just a twinge now, that's all. I'm sharp as ever, me.
Are you sure? Because I remember, once the big fever passed, you went hot and cold again a couple more times. I've never seen you go down like that.
I said I'm fine, didn't I? God, but you worry too much. Come on, I'm starving.
Something's bothering me.
Really? He seemed pretty healthy to me.
Just a bad feeling, I suppose. It was a human that wounded him. Hard to say whether the Magla might have any nasty side effects. You know.
You mean he may need magic healing? I don't know if we're gonna find that here on the island.
You thought out here the
Hey,
euphemism.
is there any way we could get Rella to take a look at him? Magla-born symptoms can take a turn worse incredibly fast, no matter how healthy you are. I'd rather not let it fester.
Sorry.
Well, we do claim to help anyone in need, eh? But don't forget that we're fighting a battle. And if you cannot distinguish friend and foe on the battlefield, it will be your end.
I know you're right. But I get the feeling those two are telling themselves the same thing.
What if now, what if, instead of speeding to her doorstep, we ask her saintliness to come here? It'll just take a bit of conspiring to get our story straight. I mean, I'm not normally a chap to take sides in this sort of thing, but those two hardly strike me as the evil type.
Look, Captain, I wouldn't feel right ignoring this. Will you please go to the royal capital for me?
No problem, I'll go.
I knew you'd say that. Well, if Rella's coming
Oh, yeah.
here, I guess it won't be that much trouble.
Thanks. I remember I called you too soft once. I see now I was wrong.
If that's sorted, let's get it done sharpish before any complications crop up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you
I
so
think yours
much
is
for your
like
help leading the
my
evacuation.
favorite to do.
They tell me not everyone got a
voice
chance
for.
to thank you. So on their behalf,
Don't worry about it. Didn't want the annihilation of a whole village on my conscience is all.
Wasn't expecting you to handle the evacuation side, Del. Thought for sure you'd be the first in the fray with the human.
They healed me up. Gotta repay the favor, don't I? Wouldn't feel right otherwise.
And then for their sake, you should take care of yourself, too.
What? Who the hell? No way. Aren't you Saint Rella?
You're joking.
Mm-hmm.
You're not joking. Why is she here?
I called for her
I
and
love
she
Basilio.
came. You that surprised? I know people in the Crown Theocracy. My work speaks for itself these days.
It's almost time for the Saints' Day festivities in Montario. Having been invited, I was in the area. I heard about your splendid work, Fidelio and Basilio. I hardly recognize the two of you.
You remember us?
Of course. This is a bit of a reversal, though. Back then, it was you helping treat Basilio's wound. I can tell how far you've come since then.
Ugh.
But I've also heard about your own injury. Your right foot, I'm guessing. Have you felt any sudden fevers come on? Let me have a look.
I don't want him to turn human. That would be really sad for Basilio.
Yes, that should do. I can see you had an expert looking after you already. Physically, you're as well as anyone could ask. But... Fidelio, is there something you feel lost or anxious about?
Where's that coming from?
I've talked to lots of people and observed the flow of their magic. By now, I'm certain that Magla is connected to our emotions. When I speak to someone who's feeling strong emotions, I can sense the state of their heart as if seeing it with my own eyes.
Nah, I'm sound. Nothing's getting me down.
I see. then you should be fine.
Right, I do too. They remind me of the
Just
Beatles.
Don't take life for granted, or your treatment will have been for nothing. Keep on living, all right? For now, let's see. Run to the beach and back with Basilio. If you can make it without slowing down, then clearly there's nothing wrong with your foot.
Hey, sounds like a laugh. Just like when we were kids. Step lively, Del, or I'll leave you behind.
Hey, what the hell? I said I'm fine. Oh, damn it. Basilio! Hang on!
They're so cute.
Thanks, Rella. When you told me about the first time you'd saved someone's life, I didn't realize you were talking about them.
You're in Luis's entourage now. Yet you needed our stories to match in front of the brothers. You're swimming in dangerous waters, aren't you? Not just that.
I'm just
You've got a
normal
gauntlet
today.
runner that
Nothing,
can teleport
nothing
across the land, and an elder
extravagant.
captain who wields it through magic. It's a lot to take in.
Well,
I'm still dying.
how do I put this?
I didn't realize it when I met you before, but you're already one of the top candidates. I saw the King's Rock. Are you intending to confront Luis?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there you have it.
So you're committed to this path, no matter what. I knew this day might come. It's not my place to stop you.
Come now. Do you have to be so bleak? I've already spent my fair share of time with Luis, you
Come,
know.
my lady.
Don't
Come, my lady.
underestimate
You're a
Luis.
butterfly, sugar, baby.
As far as the Crown Theocracy knows, the King's magic will protect the highest candidates from any harm. And they think that guarantees their safety at the festival. But I've done my research. Some attacks the barrier can't stop. I believe the magic only prevents underhanded approaches, like ambush.
So there's a loophole.
It's not widely known, but take a duel, for instance. Both parties identify themselves, fight with consent, and the magic won't protect them, no matter their standing.
Oh,
But
shit.
if you just have to identify yourself and agree to fight... Oh, was that why the battle with Gladel?
Suffice it to say, the King's Shield is not perfect, and Luis will surely exploit that. I have a terrible feeling there will be bloodshed before Saint's Day is over. I won't try to stop you, but be careful down the road, all right?
I'll protect Juna. I promise.
But where is this coming from? Honestly.
Then please, look after Juna.
I just said I was gonna.
You do
like,
know I'm not a child anymore.
Keep up, Del! Gotta be faster than that!
You spring-heeled bastard, you've got the height advantage. Damn it. You haven't won yet.
I suppose we'll have to leave it there.
They're so cute. We sent Rella back to Grand Trad with teleportation magic, avoiding the gaze of the brothers who were fortunately too winded to notice.
Can't deny it this time, though. You lot did fantastic.
And Lady Juna's safe too. I owe you thanks for that, if nothing else. The islanders gave us a map of the east side of the island.
Ad starting soon.
Their way of thanking us, I suppose. You're welcome to it. Don't waste it.
See? Old Del's great at looking after people. He saved loads of them in the evacuations.
Oh, belt up, would you? Been meaning to ask. That's a book, yeah?
Didn't take you for a book reader. Lord Luis likes them, though. Often got his head buried in one.
By the way, doesn't Lord Luis have this same book? I hear it's been banned.
How should we know? Not like we grew up round books. People barely literate nowadays, frankly.
So, what's it say? As long as we're killing time anyhow, let me see it.
Yay, share with the boys. Share with the boys. I love sharing with the boys. Welcome in
this
in,
world,
people.
One can become
Don't forget to get your
anything
daily
they
loads.
desire. Neither birth nor status decides your occupation.
Huh? Sounds grand, that. You think this place really exists?
course not, you muppet. It's a fantasy, remember? Anyone is free to become
You
anything.
muppet.
This is a paradise of equality and freedom, devoid of discrimination or prejudice. Pretty words, them. But if everybody's free to do what they want, they'll work out their own reasons to be prejudiced. You can call it a utopia, but I reckon people living in it might romanticize our world too. At the end of the day, dreaming of escape will only ever be a dream. Nothing changes unless you do it with your own hands.
Aye. But if we really could do anything, I quite fancy opening up a little diner with you, Del.
Oh.
You like singing, eh? And I'm dead handy with a cook pan. We could invite Lady Juna over. Host a fancy soiree of our own. Every night, just us and our best mates living it up. You telling me you don't like the sound of that?
Get your head out of the clouds, Baz. We're long past being able to get away with that. Doesn't matter anyway. The dream is just a dream.
Oh. Lucilio.
Time marches on, and the age
What
of
a
the new
sweetheart.
king draws nearer.
Such a sweet, sweet baby, man.
Now then,
Right? Don't make me cry. I almost did. Well then, we'll be departing today. But what's this I hear about a festival on the island? The islanders all seem to be heading for
Yes,
the
of
coast.
course.
Fucking shit. Christ, God, dick. I'm tired of this coughing. Anyway. The village wants to show their gratitude to us and wish us a safe journey. Thanks to the tides, I believe we can still make it by the deadline even if we leave tomorrow. The festivities include a sacred rite where the dragon god statue is set alight in a ceremonial bonfire. It's said that if you offer prayers to it with someone, your wishes will come true. Oh, isn't that just marvelous? And who will our dear captain pray with tonight, I wonder? Stop! I got two blonde, beautiful women after me. With that decided, we all helped the villagers prepare for the festival, and once the effigy of the dragon god was complete, the sun was already down.
Didn't expect them to throw such a party before our departure. A far cry from our first night here in a cell.
I hear 'tis a festival in the dragon god's name, meant to ensure a safe sea voyage. In place of a lighthouse, their fire is kept burning until the morning.
I say, these locals are bally well informed. They're up to their gills in practical and theoretical magna theory. Not as focused on the mechanicals as us mainlanders, but the land's far from barbaric. Their insights could rather improve the runner's design, you know? Ah, speaking of, I finished with the lance replica.
We're finally ready.
I'm excited.
Grand, ain't it? Del's all better. And we've got some choice souvenirs to bring back to Lord Luis.
We're not out of the woods yet. Don't be too quick to celebrate.
Hey, come on, lads, loosen up! It's a party! We've all earned a little fun.
And you? What's a sanctist fat cat like you doing getting all giddy over a pagan festival?
I have to laugh, don't I? You know, I thought that Cryer's life had made me pretty knowledgeable about our world, but turns out most of what I knew was lies. Makes me think.
They do want Valen
This
bad.
is how my old father felt.
Cryer a family trade, eh? Imagine that.
The Crown Theocracy does love their hereditary titles. Yeah, my old man was a serious fella. More than me, that's for sure. He called out corruption where he saw it. Made him a pariah. But there you go. Yeah, I remember he once flat out suggested igniters were more dangerous than the Crown theocracy was letting on. And there was that riot in the slums, of course, the one started by that Parapus. The church dismissed it as paupers revolting over their conditions. But my old man, well...
The music got me
It
bopping.
wasn't a riot at all. Outright accused the Crown theocracy of turning an innocent Parapus feral through horrific magic experiments.
What?
Who knows what really happened there? Either way, nobody took my father seriously. He was condemned as a liar, and he died young. Just the way it is, I suppose. People will always prefer their own feelings to the truth. Happiness is a luxury hard to come by otherwise. Hard to care about the world after that. I was a poor excuse for a crier, if you ask me. Yet, here I am. It's beyond weird. Somehow, you lot have managed to make the world seem interesting again. I'm genuinely grateful, you know? Makes a man feel as if he owes you.
You owe us nothing. Can't afford any rumors about you being biased in our favor anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, though, you need anything, you've got me on your side. I'll do what I can. For now, I'll catch a boat ride to Altabri ahead of you. Once this festival's over, it'll be farewell for the moment. So, let's make this a bash to remember.
Oh, boy ran mad quick.
Now, time for some fun. Bring out the treats.
Oh, you know, Hulkenberg is very happy.
They're quite precious. Their tree only bears once every few years.
Ah, 'tis delicious. Beyond delicious.
Oh my God, Hulkenberg, come on.
This again. Hulkenberg's tastes are a dubious metric at best.
Please, it's the rarest of harvests, and we would like to share it with you.
With a little spoon, that's so cute.
I feel quite...
Right.
What's going on?
Oh.
There's something odd about the way those two are laughing.
It gets you.
But he's crying.
It gets you
What
drunk.
is this fruit?
You see, in old times, so long times ago, people ate this to reach a higher plane of existence.
Oh no, they're high.
And talk to the gods.
Ha! Yes, you certainly appear to have reached some higher state. Glad I passed.
Neon! Neon!
Phew. Finally back to normal. Well, that sure felt like a festival. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, and did you hear? The people of this island make a wish over that flame. It's said that if you write your wish on a piece of paper, it'll bring you good luck. You don't
I'm
often
okay.
get to relax
Still
like this.
coughing like a bitch, but
So
I'm
why don't you
okay.
go there with someone?
How are you doing?
Have you decided on someone?
I'm gonna take Gallica with me. Neon!
It's so pretty.
How the fire reflects off the ocean. Not even God could refuse granting a wish made in the sea like this. Hey, what do you think God is? Syncretism and this village's religion both have a God, right? And they all believe God protects them and makes them happy. But is it actually possible for everyone in the world to be happy? If someone's not happy, what's their God doing?
Hold on.
Maybe God's just watching. Just watching? Sounds easy. I prefer God to step in if someone needed help. I just want there to be less unhappiness. Though I suppose it's pretty hard to quantify. Anyway, back to reality. Shall we go make our wishes? Nothing to lose from trying, right? Throat's still irritated? Yeah. Oh, your poor throat. We gotta get you back to being the throat goat. There we go. And if you don't grant my wish, you'll regret it, you hear? I think adding that gives a better chance. No, it's totally getting true now. Right? Don't mess with me if my wishes don't come true. I wish for all the world's anxiety to be replaced with hope. Why not dream big, right? When we don't know what lies ahead, that's when we're the most anxious, right? That's pretty much true of most of our lives. All the more reason to enjoy life for what it is and hope for the best. You gotta expect to be anxious about stuff.
Right.
You gotta put a good perspective on it. I'm just saying, if we can wake up the prince, I think that would give people hope. And considering how far you've come, I think you're going to see it through. Have you really thought about that? How far you've come, I mean? You've grown so much since you got pushed off a cliff in the desert. I should know. I've been there the whole time. That's why I brought you with me, because you're my ride or die. I love Gallica. This is my little bitch. I love her. Forever.
Right.
I wish for everyone's safety. I'm sure that when you make a wish, God listens.
Thank you.
Whew. I've had a great time at the festival. Thanks for that. I'd like to give you something, not as thanks for anything. I found that on the beach the other day. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Take care of it, will you?
Sure.
Thank you, Gallica. It's a weapon! A weapon, okay? Getting him back to the runner was a nightmare, so you'd better equip it. Oh, Gallica. I'm happy I brought her and not the thirsty girls. She got that Gohan treatment.
Tell, you hear all that? What that cry was talking about?
Yeah. Sounded proper familiar to me.
It's easy to blame the Sanctus Church for the whole thing. But maybe not all of them were happy about it. Makes you think. I remember St. Rella looked like her heart was breaking.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game,
Maybe she
we got
knew
thrown
what was
off
going on.
the cliff.
Del, what do we believe in, really? Are we absolutely positive that, you know, Count Luis's vision and ours have enough in common?
I thought we were done talking about this. He's the reason we got this far. A couple of Parapus orphans. Nobody else wants us. Nobody cares about us. We'd be nothing without Count Luis.
I know, Del, but he makes all them speeches about equality, but in the end, he's gonna leave the weak to die. I heard him talk about his ideal world, and it sounds like a world where we'd have died alone in the dirt. No Saint Rella to save us. Is that what we're fighting for?
Too late for that kind of talk, brother. Blood on our hands either way.
Hey! What are you two doing on your own? Come join the party! You'll miss the whole festival.
Lady Juna.
What's that look about?
Booty.
I know you're absolutely smitten with me, love, but you needn't be so tense about it.
Do you plan to kill Count Luis?
What are you talking about? He can't be killed anyway.
Lady Juna, I don't think your heart is with Count Luis anymore. Or maybe it never was. There's a side of you that you only show them. But us, starting to think we've never seen the real you.
Are you really so worried for Count Luis? He's the one who measures worth in power. So what would he think to hear you underestimating him?
So you don't actually work for Forden or nothing then? No ulterior motives?
I've been with Count Luis since before the race even started, haven't I? Ever since he was stripped of command.
Hey, Del.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. That's my fault. But trust me on this. I promise I'll make sure this world's got more to give you two than despair.
I saw it with my own eyes. That lance gets past the king's magic. That means it can kill a candidate. They were testing it among themselves, and Lady Juna was right there with them.
You serious? How are we supposed to report that to Count Luis?
Don't worry, it's my own problem. I told you to leave the
Am I
thinking to me.
tweaking, or does this game sometimes have voiceless? Sometimes
You
don't?
know,
What do you mean?
I really like Lady Juna's songs, and I like seeing you listening to her when you get the chance. You got arm around your heart, Del, and her music pierces it. I don't want to kill Lady Juna. And you don't either, Del. Do you?
Tonight is our nice last night on the island. Yeah, there's parts that are voice acted and parts that are not voice acted, if that's what you mean. Tomorrow's a big day. Okay, here we go. Tomorrow's a big day, so let's make sure we're plenty rested. Yeah, most JRPGs are like this. They can't afford to have every bit of text voice acted. A little bit. Hey. It still says ad in progress. 30 seconds. It doesn't strain my voice. It's just that right now I have my chest feels a little congested still. So I'm just trying. My body's just trying to expel all the demons still. So that's about it. I can be pushy to you any day. That's funny. I shouldn't go out right now. Alright, let's talk to Juna. I hope the brothers are okay. I don't think they know the particulars of our plan, but we can't let our guard down.
Well,
I just hope we can get out of here without being attacked. When we first arrived, I never thought we'd be making the journey to Alderbury with hope in our hearts. Let the waves rock us then. We'll prepare ourselves for the trials to come.
I beg your pardon, but...
Well, Valen, since we'll be journeying together for some time, I want to thank you for having me. I'm sad to leave my brother and will miss him dearly, but I know in my heart this will be a grand adventure.
Yes.
I cannot have my I cannot have my stomach rumbling while afield. I should buy myself a small ration of something before we depart. The trouble is finding a food that will not spoil. Earn food all the time.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king
draws nearer. Ugh, coughing fucking sucks. I must say, I am sad to leave the island. If for no other reason, then every meal here has been an utter delight. I'm almost certain you said the same thing when we left Brownhaven and Monterey. A new world of cuisine, is but a few days away if you'll just be patient. Mind your tongue, Strong. A few days is thrice as many meals. Wow, you really are taking this hard. Well, when you said your goodbyes to the people and the food, meet at the Gauntlet Runner. Hulkenberg and food.
Hold on.
Do I need to buy anything? Writing out. When you're ready, everyone will be waiting for you at the Gauntlet Runner.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah. And I should probably buy some food for Hulkenberg.
What's it now?
What do you want to do?
Well, isn't that something?
Fucking hell.
Hey, mister.
What'll it be?
Damn, this shit's mad expensive.
Oh, it's you.
You must be that candidate, yeah? Heard all about you from Chief. Oh well, he recognized my wares as weapons and armor. With the wisdom I cultivated thus far, I was able to earn a sharp people's trust. Let us do business. I rotate my stock on a daily basis. These items by nature are scarce and difficult to come by. I'll ask you to limit yourself to buying one item a day. With your sharp eye, choosing something wouldn't be an issue. Ooh, spicy chai. Yum.
Can we talk? Goodbye, no.
Hey, mister. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Hey, mister.
Okay,
All right then.
let's go to the Gauntlet Runner. Everybody was surfing on their sword.
Oi there.
Yeah,
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat.
gingers and cinnamon.
We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh?
Warm liquids.
Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan. As soon as we get to Altaberry, we give Luis the fake lance Nuris made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out. Oh, what do you think? A dead ringer, eh?
Such detail.
Yeah, it looks basically
Even
the
I
same.
can't tell them apart.
When we get to Altaberry, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right, all present and counted. Anchors away, what?
Aye, aye, me hearties.
Oh, she's so cute.
What's
Oh my
wrong
god.
then? Is that not the customary exclamation of sailors? Mr. Buckland was very specific.
Hi, Panic.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them too.
Yes, certainly.
Oh, she is so fucking precious. I love her so much.
This is Altaberry Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.
Oh, it's snowing? Ooh.
Ah,
Fuck is this?
ah.
Oh.
I'll only have to endure one day of being rock sick. Now there's a grim face if I ever saw one. Captain, for Stroll's sake. Ah, went too fast. Let us make haste. Full speed ahead to Altaberry Heights, capital of Montario. Take care you don't fumble overboard now.
With a new ally in tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward
In
the
tow?
eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the
Inside of a
Principality
tow.
of Ontario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise.
Excuse me, I yawned without
in
covering my
breathless
mouth.
silence.
I was associating while yawning.
Indeed.
2 more days until we reach Altaberry, I think. Well, at least on this Well, at least on this journey, we don't have to worry about that sea monster anymore.
You?
Hey guy, you gotta hand it to you. Can't believe you actually got that relic off him. Couldn't afford to cock up a job from Lord Luis though, could you? Otherwise you'd just be dead weight. Thank goodness we're finally bidding farewell to that sweltering heat. The island and its people were absolutely lovely though. How do the islanders deal with such heat? I suppose hair like mine only amplifies the problem.
Seriously.
You realize there's probably a way to get the lands that didn't involve saving that pagan girl, yeah? Though I suppose can't complain, since you got the land side away. Still, if you can't lose this favor, take my advice and stop playing the hero. Let's cook. If I have anything to cook. Well, let's make more invincible noodles then. I originate from a town that specializes in the production of grain. Consequently, I am quite confident in its use in all culinary matters. I'm rather adept at making dough from flour as well. I shall let you in on the secret. A good chef always listens to their dough. Montreal. You are so Canadian. The dough is ever evolving due to the temperature and humidity of the river. Thus, one must make fine adjustments to the amount of water based on present conditions. I followed Jaeme's lead and began kneading the flour into dough.
Look!
Once the dough has been properly formed, we must put our whole weight into flattening it out completely. This technique ensures the best texture. I love him. I trust you to lead us into the fray, but in this task, I fear there's none I trust beyond myself.
All right.
Too much heat will impede the development of its texture. For now, we must enlist our eyes and noses as scouts, tasked with alerting us to proper timed strikes. I will be haunted by my actions forever. Hoot hoot. These noodles, they're cooked perfectly. The smell alone is mouth-watering. Invincible noodles, the taste of my hometown. The aroma invites nostalgia and hunger in equal measure. There are more books now. Maybe you've added some to the collection. Mustari authored travelogue and guide in lands outside the island. Yes. I need to be more tolerant. This travelogue offers an introduction to cultures and customs outside of Virga Island, told through the Mustari author's first-hand experience. It contains practical guides for things like creating an altar while traveling or making eye contact with unmasked people. These encapsulate some of the difficulties the Mustari people face living outside the island. People must have read and reread this thoroughly. The book is nearly Living in a totally foreign culture sounds so difficult. And yet, this author and you are jumping right into it. Seeing their willingness to embrace other cultures.
All right.
Oh yes. So close.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp, just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their
and starting
it
soon.
works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
Indeed.
We should reach the city the day after tomorrow. I can feel the temperature dropping since we made landfall. I bet it'll be pretty cold and ultimately.
Pardon me,
I can
but
talk to you for more. Oh, Milan. Are you free at the moment? I just finished meditating and I'd like to talk with you a bit, if you don't mind. By recalling the past and planning for the future of the Yufa, maybe I can hone my imagination. Yeah! 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 I've only heard about the outside world from imported books and my brother's stories. I can't believe that starting today I will travel those lands myself. I never would have had the confidence to attempt such a venture on my own. I am truly glad to have met you and everyone else, Valen.
Yeah.
We're all glad to have you here with us. Yes, you have been so incredibly kind. Our conversations have made me feel quite welcome. Speaking of which, Juna graciously gave me some advice about trips such as this one. She said, make sure you keep one eye on your wallet whenever you are in town. And never ever ever follow a stranger somewhere. Juna's kindness truly knows no end. I feel quite lucky to go on a trip with so many people watching over me. Oh, that reminds me. I meant to ask you, what were things like when you began this journey, Valen? I must admit, I am somewhat curious about the place where your mission began. It is my hope that one day, when this is all over, that I may visit it. I felt my imagination grow as Yufa and I discussed the possibilities ahead of us.
All right.
Holy ass. Oh, I'm sorry. I was having so much fun talking with you. The time escaped me. Is it alright if we continue? Yufa and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new
The
king
age of a
draws
new
nearer.
king draws nearer.
it would seem that
We now stand among the mountains. I have long gazed at the peaks of Ontario from the island, but I never imagined that I would see them this close. Altabury remains cold all year round, so quite accordingly, its people have perfected the art of the piping hot stew. And it's home to the foremost opera house in the kingdom as well. I suppose that will be the stage of our confrontation with Lise.
Guess.
Let's keep our hopes high. Talk.
So?
There's some mountains on the horizon. Let's make sure all our preparations are complete by tomorrow night. Darling, would you join me in a bit of meditation?
I'm very happy.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time with her, you know? I think I hear wolves howling in the distance, but there's no way they could be so near the gauntlet runner, could they? Clear away your thoughts, Belen. During meditation, you must do not but feel yourself where you are, in this time and place, and accept it. No matter what you hear, just listen. Let things be as they are. Abandon yourself to the great flow of everything. That's actually really good advice for meditation. That's beautiful. I should try to do what you guys saying there. Let things be as they are. I'm gonna try breathing deeply. I feel like I'm gazing down at myself and all that surrounds me from high above the ground. I feel like my imagination has increased since I was able to come out of my shell.
All right.
Farewell.
It seems like you relaxed a little, so let's keep this up a bit longer, shall we? I continued to meditate with Yufa for a while.
Come look at this.
Ahoy! You lot aren't gonna believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes!
The gauntlet runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff, a bluff so tremendous it fills one's vision. Its massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation, none can say.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Absolutely incredible. I've heard of sheer cliffs before, but I've never imagined something like this. Indeed. Falling off of that precipice would be unfathomably terrifying. And exhilarating, I imagine. I'd like to try jumping off of it. Damned bald-faced Sanctus Salutes! I love her so much! Oi, what's gone into you? My, that was rather pleasing. It's quite refreshing, you know, to pull your voice from the very bottom of your gut and yell in such a manner. I am reminded of the time you were all yelling before me. It was a rather terrible experience, I admit. But if I may, I would like to try my hand at this yelling.
Listen!
Never again shall I sleep in a roach-infested inn!
Yes.
I'm with you there. How amusing. I would also like to try screaming as well. What's the matter? I fully intended to do it, but the words just won't come out at all, and oh, this girl is just too charming. Never change, love. Well, does anybody else have something to yell about? I sense that gazing off the cliff's edge and being filled with an unexplainable urge to scream has somehow broadened my wisdom. Cliff's edge, you turn me on, you lead me on, you turn me on. Cliff's edge, turn me on. Hulkenberg is like, oh, then I suppose it's old Nearest's turn. I've prepared a list of complaints. I've prepared a list of complaints that I wish I could recite to you all on a daily basis, and Rather chilly out here, isn't it? Isn't it? Anyway. Rather chilly out here, isn't it? We should head back before we all catch a cold. Yes, we shouldn't allow ourselves to spend too much time on these distractions.
Bombs away!
But I must scream! As always, I have drawn this place. Here. I'll keep Nearest picture as a souvenir of our journey.
The gauntlet runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the gauntlet runner can provide.
We should arrive in time by this time tomorrow. We've only got a limited amount of time left to enjoy these quiet moments. Once we get to Alderbury, well, you know, things and stuff. Stuff and things.
Oh my.
Oh, if it isn't Valan. I'm so bored. And I'm just not in the mood to sing. It sure would be nice to have someone to talk to. I can hardly believe. I can hardly believe. It's gone too fast. I can hardly believe that we got a hold of the Divine Lance. I knew teaming up with you was a wise move. Your strength and competencies were impeccable, naturally. But most of all, I appreciate the rapport I've enjoyed with all of you.
Got it.
It seems like you fit right in there. Yes. I've always been adept at blending into my current milieu. But I'm actually not doing much of that with you all. I'm just being myself. For so many other people, I gave them just what they desired. I performed the role of sweet, virtuous Juna, the songstress. But you don't treat me that way. I was a little miffed and disappointed because of it, to be honest.
But
I'm sure you'll be a shining star one day. Actually, I'm absolutely positive about it. And this is coming from me, so you better believe in yourself. I felt my imagination increase as Juna and I speculated about our future. Holy shit. Is it that time already? I do feel a mite drowsy. But we can talk just a bit more before we have a kit, can't we? It's really hard. All the girls here are so perfect. They're all perfect. Juna's perfect.
Time marches on, and the age of a new
Yufa's
king
perfect.
draws nearer.
Hulkenberg is like super perfect. Gallica's perfect. The fuck? Gallica's is this big. 'Tis only a ways further until we reach Alderbury. The city is likely abuzz with activities related to Saint's Day. I wonder if Louise is already there. Sooner or later we have to hand Draco Dios over to him. One must wonder what the brothers will tell him of our time on the island. I hope they will leave out any unnecessary details. We just have to stand tall and be confident. If you have to sell a lie, look them straight in the eye and say every word like you truly believe it.
All right then.
Tonight we'll deliver the lance to Luis. This will be the last time we'll be able to relax for a while. Once we arrive, we'll be jumping right into it. I can't blame you for feeling nervous. After all, we know what's coming. This travelogue offers an introduction to cultures and customs outside of Rag Island, told through the story author's first-hand experience. The section on Grand Tribe contains a list of recommended shops to visit. The words "must go" are written in small letters next to some, presumably by Yufa. However, the author does advise against praying at restaurants in Grand Tribe. Doing so will greatly increase the chances of being kicked out of Island. I'm gonna totally... Oh yeah.
Now then.
You already said that. Yay, I'm benevolent. Woo! It's one of the virtues I really must possess. I'm gonna... If thou aspire to true sovereignty, take up a mantle of benevolence, which shall spur thee to aid thy people. A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. Still more left to read of the book.
Nira speaking.
Uh-oh. I've got something in the old girls' radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
Before Altabury's mountains, the Gauntlet Runner sets upon the murky graveyard. The colossal bridges overhead are an impressive sight.
Oh my god,
During
those are
the
like
Annex
bridges.
War, this land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
Yeah, those are like our bridges.
Look at it.
This is crazy. Whoa! These bridges are huge! It's an area defined by its numerous valleys. The bridges connect the flatlands and increase the amount of places in which people may live. Ah, that makes sense. But if these bridges were to fall in battle, those people would end up isolated. Yeah, it's so very fascinating. But have you looked at what's directly in front of you? Those are the bones of people, aren't they? Yeah, life after humans. They are the remains of those who fell during the Annex War. This was the site of a fierce battle. And the dead were left to the elements, denied the dignity of a proper burial. Born in the burial ground. Born in the burial ground. This land is my land. This land is your land. This land is tragic. This land is cursed. From California to the New York Island, it's all cursed. Where it's tragic, then we shouldn't disrespect the poem here. Indeed, I can't bear to think of something on this scale happening. It brings me no pleasure to see it. Yet 'tis valuable to experience the cold reality of battle beyond the legends and tales of valor. Carve this memory into your hearts. It is why the magma that floats about this place carries such oppressive weight. I can feel the sadness and regret of those whose lives came to an end here. I feel as though my wisdom is deep enough to consider those who found themselves.
All right.
Wisdom!
Hey!
Something wrong, yes? Your face is going very...
That...
Behind you, hey. I just saw... You're afraid of doing that again? Things of this matter, not my forte. Why, Neurus? I'm surprised you put any stock in scary stories. You're more gentle soul than I gave you the credit for. Too true, too true. Before all else, I am a delicate flower. Oh, Neurus, you're so fucking funny. I love you.
Well then.
I am a delicate flower. Well then, shall we make a quiet departure so as not to rouse the den? Regret? No regrets? No regrets?
That's my fault.
I'm sorry to be such a fuss. I would like to give those who died a proper send-off, and drew this with that in mind. I'll take this with me so I don't forget the people whose lives came to an end here.
Altabury Heights, capital of the Principality of Montario, the eastmost country annexed into the Kingdom of Uchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
The seat of sanctism, Altabury. Truly,
Ooh, anime.
I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus Scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
We're here at last.
There's something about that stone. We decided to present Luis with Draco Dios, Lance of the Dragon God, aboard his gauntlet runner, Caradrius. Let's hope he doesn't find out the Lance is afraid.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
I was...
am called Euphrasia, priestess of the island. For personal reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
You do not detest me?
I owe my life to them, and I understand they operate under your guidance.
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Fortin. Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raise their village to the ground. The Caradrius's batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
What?
What the fuck?
Why are you surprised? At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
You're...
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work in spite of your wound. Take care of yourselves. Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the second day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
This is where Fortin dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Louise, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to show.
Well, I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's shipshape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation. Soon, Fortin's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's festivities will be a grand show indeed.
It seems the lance passed muster. Eurus is a peerless craftsman, if not else.
Yufa, are you okay?
He would have destroyed my home. How could he suggest such carnage with not a shade of guilt? I was sure that deep down, all people are inherently good at heart. Now, you made it sound like you were bound to kill him at any cost. And now I understand why.
I see. Then let's get back on track and go find ourselves an inn. You've got more supporters now. I dare say we'll find better lodging than we could before.
I wouldn't be so sure. This city's in the palm of Fortin's hand, and we're the ones who humiliated him during the exhibition.
All the same, we're about to do something big. To be honest, I'll take anywhere, so long as I can stretch out.
Here's as good as any spot to make camp.
Why? That's worse than staying in the runner.
Then why don't we look for an inn run by a Mustari?
I thought this city was the seat of the church.
In times before the church, it said many diverse faiths and teachings took root in this city. That's why Montario is the only mainland nation that trades with the islands.
Indeed. My grandfather often said that until his generation, the
I was
only
being
prominent
funny.
building of the Sanctus Church was that opera house. Though the prevailing story now, of course, is that Sanctism reclaimed this land from malevolent pagans.
Either way, I'm certain there should be quite a few Mustari who feign conversion and live in seclusion.
If one of these Mustarians really exists, it may work in our favor. Let's look for it.
Speaking of,
Oh shit. If it is a Mustari-owned inn we seek, then I know of one in the center of town. It's called Skyward Tavern. I recall it being rather pleasant, with very little that would point
Certainly.
to its Mustari roots. It was on Diafranco Street, if I'm not mistaken. It's so cold. At least Hulkenberg is in her element. Can't we get going before we freeze, though? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What in the...
Hey, mister!
You're not serious. Hang on.
Oh, I'm deadly serious.
Food is the only game in town.
Let's do this. Just so that it,
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's on the map now, so I can just like teleport to it. Fast travel.
Hang on. That's the one from the exhibition.
Say there.
Blue Sky Bridge.
Right.
My money's on Santa Fe's Fort.
I'll take the crown now.
You there.
Hang on. What if...
Yeah, let's take a little look.
Oh.
Thou,
Now,
'tis in thy hands now.
To thee be thy daily standing accumulated, for which growth is empowered, this majesty. Oh shit, right, I keep forgetting to pick up mag.
I'll take the crown now.
Grand Mag. Yeah.
You're not serious.
Oh my!
Do you consider growing flowers? Hero's Jewel Root Seed.
What do you want to do? My sincerest thanks.
Hell yeah.
You're not serious.
All right
no.
then.
Yeah, okay, so we're going down.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Now what am I to do?
Ooh. Why does this look like Zelda-esque? It looks very Zelda-esque. Oh, it's Milo's runner. Okay. Oh, that fucking guy. There's this fucking guy. It's every fucking guy.
Welcome. Wait. A band of youths with a knight and a yew chief. Are you perhaps the candidate who brought Joanna the Sanctoress to confess?
One glance and you knew. Listen, we just...
I don't care if you did the deed or not, but please take your business elsewhere. I'm sorry, but I have my own reputation to think about.
You follow Sanctism's teachings?
You? A Mustari who wears no mask?
I'm Euphausia. I'm the priestess of Verga. No, of Edria.
The priestess? Impossible. The island priestess would never leave the village behind.
I have my reasons, but I wish to see the outside world that I might better protect our island. I have no proof.
To protect our island.
You would raise another tribe to the throne.
'Tis a longer story than we've time to tell. We only wish to avoid a tyrant's reign. Yet 'tis not from our own ambition that I speak so. The throne belongs to one truly worthy.
But if you insist, we will leave.
It's just... You look so like the priestess before you, I can't just turn you away. Fine.
dog.
You can stay here, as long as you don't make trouble for me.
Thank you. I suppose it is easier to understand each other without the masks in the way.
Not all of us mainland Mistari hate the Sanctus Church. We'd rather preserve the peace we have. And, well, it's a sorry excuse for an innkeep who turns away travelers.
Thank you. We're in your debt.
Oh, look, they've got food and booze here too. And it's so much cooler.
Baby girl,
Which
you're
means
so
fewer
little.
bugs. Perfect.
It seems they have an imitation of the island spring here. We can bathe. I should invite Juno when she's back.
Bathe? You'd be mad to hope a hot spring replica could take the edge off this chill.
Cold or not, there's nothing more refreshing than bathing. Would you care to join us?
I should think not. For reasons
I'll
too
join.
numerous to count.
Why?
Anyway, strategy meeting. Let's get on with it.
So we seek to assassinate Luis.
It would take a
A
thimble.
difficult
yeah.
task. But you look to have an idea. Let's have it.
First, the when. Under normal circumstances, we'd want to get him on the move. Maybe walking through a crowd while he's got less guards. That would be the plan. But unfortunately, that'd only work if he was someone with common sense. Someone without combat ability. Or someone who'd want to avoid collateral damage. And that isn't Luis. Worst case, he'd use his civilians as shields while more of his personal guard catch up. And things go sideways before we can get it done.
But once he's inside the Opera House, he'll have a security detail at his beck and call. Even if we can sneak in, getting to him.
If we can't target him in transit, and we've practically zero chance of getting close to him, that leaves us with only one option.
We join his personal guard ourselves?
I considered that, but it might be tricky. We can't guarantee he'd allow it, and besides...
The real lance is overflowing with magla. It would be a dangerous gamble to keep it on hand. That sort of power is easily noticed.
We attack from a distance.
Exactly.
A bow and arrow isn't gonna do much good, right? It needs to be the lance.
Of course. So, what if we threw the lance? Pierced him through from a distance?
Bro.
Yufa, as
What
the
kind of
priestess,
shit
you
is
can
this shit
command the
you trying
lance to
to
return to
trying
you if it's
for?
far away, right?
You would have me use that power in reverse to cast it out instead.
According to Juna, the ceiling of the Opera House has a chandelier big enough to support a person. From above, we'll target Luis in the royal box seats.
You realize the entire audience is below that lighting? A stunt like that would get us noticed instantly. Wait, are you suggesting we do this during the show?
Luis would be distracted. It's the best opportunity we could ask for. Besides, with
That
Yufa
is
there,
such
we
a
can
funny
even recover
drawing.
the lance easily.
Hold a moment. I would need to launch it like an arrow. Such distance and such speed would require incredible focus. I don't think I could do it while aiming.
Then just concentrate on the sheer mental force of it. Someone else can take over the role of actually throwing.
This gambit is sounding more far-fetched by the moment. But we also can't afford to wait for another opportunity.
There is no other opportunity. Luis intends to kill Forden during the festival. That means if we do nothing, the fake will be exposed, and so will we.
Indeed. Once our betrayal is made plain, we will never find a way to draw close to him again. This will likely be our first and last opportunity.
But who's actually going to do the throwing?
I'd rather leave it to you. With the royal magic protecting you, it's less likely that we'll fail this, even with interference. And besides, laugh, if you like. I know it sounds silly, but I really do believe you have the power to change fate itself.
Indeed. Everyone here knows that firsthand.
I feel the same. If I can trust you to do it, then I should be able to do my part as well.
Will you do it, Captain?
I planned to from the beginning.
Right. I see. Well then. We're counting on you. On the day of, Juno will be at the venue ahead of us.
We got a
We'll have her
murder.
Open the service entrance.
We just
We'll infiltrate
committed a
from there.
murder.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I want you to lure Luis's guards outside and cause a commotion while he's making the throw. I'm sure the Magnus brothers will be guarding the place too. Hulkenberg and I will secure the exit route in advance. Luis is a formidable foe. But we've overcome plenty of obstacles. Let's believe in the strength that got us this far. We can do this.
Moida.
Don't worry about it.
I know there's a lot weighing on your mind right now, but let's just try to get some rest and prepare for tomorrow. It'll get even colder at night, so try not to get sick. The fact that the lance passed muster is a testament to Neuros's skill. Sometimes a man can achieve truly amazing things. Even now, he's holed up in the runner, working away, tuning something or other with usual vigor, no, I don't doubt. He has his cracks, to be sure, but there can be no mistaking that he's a great credit to our endeavors. That was my first time seeing snow, and it's so cold. I shivered. What a sensation. Oh, right. Juno's going to meet up with us later tonight because she's got so many things to do behind the scenes. Belen, you go ahead and rest up. You've got a big role to play tomorrow yourself, after all. So this is Altaberry, eh? Colder climes tend to inspire stronger drinks among its people. But all that can wait until after our business is finished. Once we've trounced Luis, I can think of no better celebration than a good stiff drink. I gotta talk to my guy. Tomorrow's finally Saints' Day. Luis will show his face and the real Lance will. Don't worry, I'm prepared to do what we must. The man must be stopped. Alright.
Good night.
Rest well. Hey, Lumba?
What's wrong, Del? You've been quiet for a while now.
That lance they handed over, you think it's real? Can't say for certain, but I didn't feel any magla flowing through it.
My God,
Can't
Del.
see it exactly, but how do I explain it?
I know what you mean, though.
The Mustari got them third eyes that can see magla, right? Hard to believe they'd worship that thing as a relic.
Then maybe... You think they made some kind of fake? Even in that short time on the island?
Shite. How'd they? Either way, we have to tell Lord Luis.
No need. He'll have noticed by now, most likely. Not like they're any real threat to him anyway.
Most likely? That good enough for you, brother? Del, you remember they talked all that helping anyone in need? Something like that anyway. Seemed proper daft at first. Seemed naive to act like that kind of thinking could actually fix all the broken, cruel, unjust shite in the world.
That's because it can't.
Well, yeah, obviously, but... What was it we actually wanted in the first place? Equality? Or justice? This lot's working towards a future, and God help me, I started seeing it. Maybe what they're fighting for is something better than what Lord...
That's enough, Baz. Joke or not, you'll get yourself killed.
But them Lord even helped you out a few times, Del. That really impressed me, like. I don't know how to say it, but... It was like a feeling I haven't felt since we started working for the Count.
You know Lord Luis plans to take Forden out during the Saints' Day festival. Neither of us can afford to get distracted right now.
Suppose you're right. Things are about to get messy.
So that is the side they serve. Let us teach them that even the best laid plans will go awry. Whether Fordens or our fallen kings. It was splendid entertainment while it lasted. However, the revelry ends here.
Time marches
What the
on,
fuck?
and the age of a
Who the
new
fuck is
king
that?
draws nearer.
What the fuck? Uh-oh. Right.
The Saints'
Down
Day
into the
festivities in
Basilio.
Altabury will be kicking off very soon. On the eve of the festival, we'll be holding a dedication ceremony. On the church's authority, we'll be offering the gathered divine relics to God. And it sounds
fake
like
out
the
ending.
candidates had a tough time
Yeah.
this go around. Lots of new info coming in.
We're about
even as
to
I
have
speak.
an ending.
From
I'm
candidate
at the
Rudolph,
end of the
a
game.
legendary nail, thought lost to history. From candidate Julian, can you believe it? Cloth garb said to have been worn by a saint. We've got artifacts of all kinds pulled from obscurity into the public eye. Archaeologists everywhere are positively vibrating, folks. But the news on everyone's lips is the announcement of Count Luis's unofficial participation. As a matter of fact, a candidate working under Luis has reportedly acquired a phenomenal divine relic from a mysterious and exotic island. Meanwhile, candidate Forden, too, may have claimed what is said to be the most glorious relic in history. Will we finally see a head-to-head competition between our top candidates? Only the coming days will tell.
So Luis has finally made his move. Won't take him that long to catch up, I bet.
Yes, but I also can't imagine Sanctifex Forden losing.
We're about to see a clash of giants. This will be no minor bout, that's for certain.
Right. That's everyone. Let's go over the plan one last time. First, infiltration. Juna's got full rights to be in the venue, so she'll unlock the service door for us to sneak in.
When it's time, I'll call the guards outside. That'll be your window to sneak in.
Gallica, you, and Yufa. You three will head to the rooftop, where you'll get down to the chandelier.
When I start my solo on stage, the lights will dim. That should be enough cover to hide whatever you're doing.
Don't worry, I'll be with you.
As for us, it's just as I explained last night. Luis said destroying Yufa's home would have been a necessary sacrifice. Like mine. If power's all he thinks will change the world, then we'll use power to stop him.
Should we fail, though we may survive the ordeal, we will have no more leads to pursue. This will surely mark our final mission.
You know, I've been trying to keep from dwelling, but I can't help but think of Grius. Sorry to bring that up now.
Even I have my fears. But let us remember him
Fine.
only by
We
his
have to think of him.
truest wish.
We'll make sure this succeeds. For a world without tyrants.
Well, see you at the show.
So begins our last mission, then. Let's get whatever we need to prepare and head over to the Opera House.
I'm so excited to be done with this game.
It'll be
We'll finally
okay.
settle the score with Luis. It'll be fine. I know you'll be able to do it. The Opera House is located at the highest point in the city. It'll be just you and Yufa in there. So just make sure you both are geared up for anything. Alright. Let's get this fucking going. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Because I am going to save it. And I am going to save this mission for the next stream. So, until that day, Monday? Maybe? Well,
Now what am I to
when
do?
When do I work on Monday? Let me take a look.
Now what am I to do?
I don't know. What are you to do? Yeah, Monday.
Now what am I to do?
I will pick this back up on Monday and we'll find out what the fuck happened.
Now what am I to do?
Alrighty? Let's do it then.
Now what am I to do?
Shut up! This guy, what am I to do? What am I to do? What am I to do? Now what am I to do? What am I to do? Now what am I to do? Much love, Leon! Let's see if there's anybody we can raid. Okay. Hanks, for your ever entertaining streams. Okay, dealer's choice. Dealers, your choice. Are we going to panic or are we going to sleepily sapphic? You want to go to panic? You know what? Yeah, let's hit up panic. Not that. That's not what I wanted. Can you not? What the fuck? Hold on. This thing's being dumb. Okay. And we raid.
Yeah. Hi.